Hi guys, it's the Nivs here with another video. I'm going to do something just a little bit different. Oh god, I look like crap. Rough as a bear's arse, and yes, you can use that one. Talking about something a little bit different today. We're talking about something that I haven't heard many people, I haven't seen much on YouTube about really, and that is what us fans think about what they would like to see in season 11, or the Chibnall's 5-year plan that he's got. Excuse that noise, that is a parrot. I'll show you later. Taking the... Anyway, these are just my thoughts, my opinions about what I would like to see and what I think possibly might happen during season 11. So let's just go for it. Let's roll the title, shall we? Right. Oh look, new background. Number one, what I'd like to see in season 11 is past characters returning. Now, I don't mean previous companions. Most of the companions... taking the piss. Most previous companions, their stories are gone. We don't want to see them again. I am interested, as we probably all are, to see how the Carole Ann Ford as Susan. I'd like to see her come back, but as she is now, not CGI'd or anything like that, because I think that'll be just terrible. But past actors, Mr. Copper from Village of the Damned. Now, his name has been mentioned a couple of times, the Mr. Copper Foundation. But having... maybe him just make an appearance. Do you know what I mean? Just pop him back just to go, hi, thanks for the money you gave me, and this is what I've done with it. I'm not saying him per se, you know, that character, oh God, can come back, but I'd rather him pop back in a sort of a guest star role. But Eve Miles, now she's doing the Torchwood, they've got the Torchwood audio books, but maybe getting her come back in some capacity as in a one-off episode. Obviously the rest of Torchwood are out doing their own thing, and she just happens to be on her own. I don't know. This is why I'll never be a script writer, guys. But just get her involved in a storyline. I'd like to see probably her interact with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, two powerful, strong women. Maybe bouncing off each other, you know, one's braver than the other, and one doesn't really give a shit, and the other one does. And I think that would be a an episode, like a filler episode, if you like. I'd like to see them two strong, powerful women, sort of try and work together for one ultimate aim at the end of the episode. But these are just examples. Past companions, I think, are a no-no. Mickey and Martha, their story's ended. Their particular storyline has gone. Rose, gone. I wasn't a fan. But hey, those are just my thoughts. So past companions, no, bar one, maybe two. But guest stars who have been in the past to come back and just for them to reunite with the Doctor that we've got now. Anyway, what do you think about that? Let me know in the usual place. Next up is two monsters. I'm all for bringing back old monsters who have been in it before. I think it's, me personally, I think let's sort of back away from the Daleks. Keep them on the back burner, unless it's maybe a two-parter or maybe even a season finale. But filler episodes for the Daleks. The Daleks deserve, as like a villain, a monster. I personally think they deserve more than filler episodes, which they have done. Not all the way through, but they have done a little bit in the past. Make it big, make it bold, bang. If you're going to bring the Daleks back, do it big, not just here and there. With aspects to Cybermen as well, they've been done quite heavily over the past couple of years. Back burner. Maybe something like the Yeti, you know what I mean? Bring something back from the past that we've not seen before, apart from, and the name escapes me, the Dolly Mixture character. We don't want to see that. But it'd be lovely to actually get some of these old villains back. But also, of all the planets out there, I don't even think we've scratched the surface on potential monsters, villains, aliens as such. I'd like to delve a little bit more into the wilderness. Let's let the Doctor go to brand new places, brand new planets where she has never been before. She's heard stories, she's heard myths maybe, and then when we get there, boom, we're in a completely brand new environment. Us as a viewer haven't got a clue. Bang, the Doctor hasn't got a clue, and then this brand new villain arrives. I'm all for the Doctor has been around a bit, but it'll be nice to have a few episodes where the Doctor hasn't got a clue. So she's, sorry, that was a fly. So she is just as much in the dark as us as a viewer. So when the companions go in, what are we doing here, Doctor? What's it? And she's got in, I haven't got a clue. That'd be quite refreshing to see. Anyway, monsters, that's my view. And please don't bring back the Absorbaloff either. I liked that particular episode, as you know, but it was definitely just a one-off. Don't come back. Number 3, potential stories. Okay. Now, I'm not a scriptwriter, as you know. I'm not even good at really explaining myself because I'm pretty useless. That's just me, and I look like shit. But let's bring back something that hasn't happened for a while. Now, as we all know, Gallifrey's back. I don't want Gallifrey to feature heavily, but we know it's back. We know it's existing. We know it's sort of around again, which means obviously the Time Lords are back. Now, they've granted him, technically he's sort of still in charge, but they may need his assistance in something. Let him receive a phone call. You know what I mean? Doctor, come back to Gallifrey. We need your help. Can you sort this out for me? And at the end of the day, we did grant you a brand new set of regenerations. Repay the favour. Please help. I don't know. Just a thought there, guys. I mean, what do you think about that? That's one potential story. I like to bring back the story arc as well. I personally liked, I mean, obviously there's a story arc anyway, but I quite liked the every individual was story, but there's this crack in time appearing, and obviously we know how that ended. But as a viewer, you were going, what, where, so what is going on here? Also, I quite enjoyed the, obviously, I think I've said this in a video before, the Bad Wolf thing as well. So in season 1, if you like, for Eccleston's first, you know, the Bad Wolf references. Stories have got to be good. We've been told it's a reboot. So a reboot it actually has got to be. And let's just put some more imagination into the stories. I'm not saying let's get things a bit more complicated. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying be more complicated. I'm saying let's just go back to basics and just start telling some good stories. Maybe adapting a couple of the novels that maybe weren't canon, if you're with me. Adapting some of the novels, which it's been done before, but take some of the popular ones and then maybe adapt them into episodes. Get some independent people to actually write some episodes. I mean, if you're anybody out there as a scriptwriter, send them in. Let's get some fresh blood instead of having the same people writing the same episodes. Let's get something different. Let's get a good story arc going, and that's what I'm hoping Chris Chibnall will do. He's a great writer. I mean, anyone who has seen Broadchurch, whoa. I've actually didn't used to watch it, but I've watched episodes over the past couple of weeks. I sort of binge watched, if you like. And the writing and the acting is just brilliant. So let's get some fresh blood. Let's get some good old-fashioned stories. That's just one opinion of mine, what I would like as a story. But what do you think? Come on, let's get going, guys. Let's get brainwashing. No, brain busting. Some cracking ideas. Leave your comments below. Finally, number 4. I don't know. Stand by the way, right to the end of this video, because I actually did some virtual reality PlayStation VR. I've actually got one, but I went round a mate's house and I didn't realise, but he videoed me playing Resident Evil 7. So stay tuned to the end of the video, and I'll put that up of basically me shitting myself. Okay, that's one for you to have a look. So wait, that's coming right at the end of this video. Okay. Finally, number 4, previous Doctors. There's only one person in my mind who could play William Hartnell, and that's what we've got now, our mate Bradley. Nobody can do Troughton. We know it can be done, so it is possible to do. Nobody can do Troughton. Pertwee, well, have you seen his son Sean? I mean, they're identical, but I think leave that for a few years. But this is just me, okay? I don't want to see old Doctors, but references to old Doctors, maybe popping back to a planet or a place or a ship where a previous mission had ended. So, for example, we see, I don't know, Troughton's TARDIS dematerialising, and then Jodie Whittaker's TARDIS rematerialising a few seconds after the previous mission ended. Maybe to tie up loose ends, but lots of references to previous Doctors, because at the end of the day, she's an old woman, and she's been around the block, like I said earlier. So I'd like to see references to previous Doctors in this one as well. A little bit more than we usually get. Maybe like something, oh, I remember this, or something like this happened. But this is just me. I'm a fanboy, obviously, but I know I ramble and I talk crap, but from what I've seen, nobody's really had their say about what they want from season 11, and this is just me. This is what I want. The chances of anything that I've said coming to light, hey, we're fans, we all have our own opinion, which I've stated clearly over the past couple of months now. We all are entitled to an opinion, and these are just mine. I don't really read much of the novels or listen to the audio books, the Big Finish, but I've heard they're really good and really popular. I just don't get time to sit there and listen. And if I did it in bed, because I'm that tired, I'll probably go, let's switch this on. I'm gone. But previous Doctors, I mean, it's doable for Paul McGann. It's really doable for Paul McGann, and I personally would love to see that. Love to see it. They do it quite a lot in the audiobooks and in the novels. So if most of these audiobooks are and novels are canon, then why not do something with it? Obviously, end of the world, the universe blows up if more than 2 Doctors are in the same place at the same time for so long. But get into a storyline, get Paul McGann back in, get him in. David Bradley, been done, but it'd be nice to know that if there's a good storyline in the future, bring him back. Maybe not a Doctor, but maybe bring back Captain Jack. John Barrowman, getting on a little bit now. maybe they can bring that into some kind of storyline. But definitely bring back, over the 5 years, this 5-year plan, I'm not saying season 11 per se, but references to previous Doctors, previous selves she could do. Maybe Paul McGann over the course of the 5 years. Don't overdo it, obviously, but as a fan, I mean, I'm buzzing for Christmas. I'm proper buzzing for Christmas, but let's, over the 5 years, let's get that references, maybe even future Doctors. You know what I mean? Gallifrey is a strange, messed up place. Anyway, these are just my opinions. What do you think about anything I've said? Have you got your own thing you'd like to say? Anybody you would like to see brought back in for future episodes and what have you? That's your lot. Just tell me what you think. I know I blabber and jabber quite a lot in these videos, but like I've said before, I'm an honest person, and I wouldn't be honest to myself if I did all this scripted. I say things that, and whatever I think, just comes out my mouth. Sometimes I upset people in the real world. Yeah, that's just me, and I wouldn't change me. Anyway, that's it. That's your Carlo Ancelotti, all done. And stay tuned for me being scared shitless on Resident Evil. Leave your comments below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because a video could happen at any time. I don't know why I'd do that. Right, take it easy, guys. Toodle pip. Yeah, nice picture. Oh, fuck. Your turn.
Your turn.
Mate!
You pooed yourself.